Let's do a couple examples here to determine if the equation is linear. Okay, and so here, if you find that an equation is linear, then you need to write it in standard form. So one of the easiest things to do is to start off by trying to manipulate that equation to be standard form. So when we talk about standard form, we are talking about ax plus by equals c. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to manipulate your equation to see if by chance you could get it into that form. Now, just because this equation has a square does not necessarily mean that you can automatically assume it's not linear. Instead, what you have to do is you have to expand out this part by FOIL and then be able to see if you can get the quadratic piece to cancel. So here we've got this 4x squared, which is going to remain, and my negative is going to remain as well, and I'm going to FOIL this together. So the square means I have two of them. So essentially I've got 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1. And this equals my y still. So what I want to do here is I want to take this equation and I want to FOIL these two pieces together. So when we do that, my 4x squared is going to stay. When I come down, I have 2x times 2x, which gives you a 4x squared. I have 2x and negative 1, and then negative 1 and 2x. So this combined gives you a minus 4x. And then 1 and 1 gives you a plus 1. And this here is going to equal y. You're going to distribute that negative sign through, so 4x squared, now minus a 4x squared, plus the 4x minus 1 equals y. What you notice on this problem is that these 4x squareds here cancel. So these go away, leaving you with 4x minus 1 equals y. So if we look, you can see that this actually simplified down to a linear. So we have that yes, it is linear. And so we have to rewrite this in standard form, which just simply means changing it into ax plus bx equals c. So we need to move the 1 to the other side and move the y. So here we're going to end up with 4x. We're going to subtract the y, and then we have to add 1 to both sides, so equals 1. Here is my standard form. So let's look at this other one real quick. So here we have 7x plus xy equals 2y. Now when you look at it, there's something very peculiar going on with this equation, which happens right here at this xy piece. Because you have this xy piece and neither one of these, the 7x or the 2y, are squared, there is nothing you are going to be able to do that is going to separate this xy. Therefore, this automatically states that this is not linear, because there's nothing that we can divide out or do that is going to get rid of this xy piece to give me an actual linear equation that I can write in standard form. So I hope that helps a little bit with your linear equations in two variables, in being able to determine that if you have a linear or not, and rewriting them over in terms of that standard form equation.